Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 14 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to finish up our drawing. One thing that I want to do is actually make this modification right here. So I just selected the floor, and then with that, you can increase the elevation of this. So I just want to do this so that we could see that the slope is really high here. So we have some grass patches right here, and then I'm gonna change this up with some rocks, and then at least we will have some trees around here, so something different. So now what we can do is we could hold on, let's check this one, south elevation. I want to make sure that this is all centered, so that's good enough. So now make sure to save this, and then let's go to level 1, and I'm gonna go and create an image. So here, drop down camera, and then create that image right there. We could center it a little bit more and then drop it a little bit, so we have that incline there. And then go back here while you're selecting this, and then we could increase it more so that the views are showing more. And then you can change this to realistic if you want, and as you can see, we have something that looks like that. So after this, what we can do is we could go to our view and then render this. We need to render this so that we could add it to our cover sheet. So here I'm gonna create just a draft. There are different kinds of settings that you could choose from. Of course, the best and custom are the most time consuming. So we're just gonna do draft for now, and then click rendering. It will just take a couple of seconds to render, and then we're gonna place it to our sheets later on. So it's just a better way of us adding the renderings right now, so that we don't need to worry about it later. And then here, after you do your renderings, you can save it to your project, and then it will create a rendering file here. And then you can do, and you can adjust the exposure if you want to. So it's up to you to decide. Click apply and then OK, and then you will see the difference afterwards. So let's close this for now. Let's come back to level 1, and what I want to do is to make this 3D view my starting view. So we already created this as our view, and then this is our base for our rendering. But if we go to manage, I want, every time I open this, I want this to be my starting view. So here I'm gonna choose, and then we could do a 3D view. This is the name of that, so I'm gonna choose that and then press OK. And then now it's set that every time I open this, this will be the view that I'm gonna seeing. So right now we have this, and south elevation, everything is good now. We have our rendering right here. So now let's go and select our sheet. Right click here, click on new sheet. A0 metric is already loaded. I'm gonna use this, but if you need a different size, we have different title block sizes right here that you can choose from, or you can create your own. For now, I'm gonna use A0 metric and then press OK. And then now I'm gonna open this up. It's A101 is the one that we started from. you can change this, and actually Revit will recognize the change, and you can put A100 and then it will create a A101. So you could do is right click right here, new sheet again, and then as you can see Revit recognize that sequencing. I'm gonna create 5 new sheets, and then the way you change the naming here is you could go right here and change. So ACD is the owner, Archcore Design, and then here project name, this is House for Now, and then the cover sheet you can put it right here. You can change it here as well, so you can double click that. First floor, and then here second floor. Of course it's faster to do it right here because you don't need to keep on clicking on the title block, so that you will change here. So it's a lot faster. Elevation for this one, and then another elevation right here. So once you're done, you can go click on cover sheet. You can close this off, and then we only have our cover sheets all open. Now go to your rendering and then drag and drop. Here I'm going to select that, click on drop down, and then no title, and then double click it to expand it more. Double click again, and then as you can see, you have your rendering exploded right there. I think it's better to increase it more. I believe let's go to 3D again, and I want to exaggerate this height more. I think this is much better to change, so maybe 5,000, and then here as well 5,000. And if we see it in our cover or in our 3D view, that's more current. So you can see we have that one all, and then we can cover this up with a lot of trees at the back. And then after that, let's go to our schedule, right click on this, and we're gonna create our new sheet list. One thing I want to do is sheet number first, so click it here, add parameter. If you for example click the unwanted ones, you can actually remove the parameter by selecting that and clicking on this red left arrow. And then here I'm just gonna add this one as well. So we have number and then we have name. Press OK, and then it will create our sheet list. You can go right here, and then you can change this name to drawing list. You can drag and drop it, and you can expand this, and as you can see, it's not looking good at the moment, so you can actually edit this. So select this one and edit, and then what we could do is select this one actually, and then edit here. And then here we're just going to go right here under appearance, and then we're just going to select this one. I'm gonna make it bigger, and then here I'm going to make it less. So now, and also actually under appearance as well, we need to uncheck blank row before data so that we don't have that gap there. So if we check it here, as you can see, we have a nicer sheet list, and it's updated in real time. So if you do any changes here, if you delete or if you add more sheets, it will clearly show here as well. So something to think about. There we go. So now let's go and go to our first floor. So now here we need to just check how this one looks first. So I'm gonna bring it in, and as you can see, it's too small. So I'm gonna delete it and go back to level 1. And here we need to change the scale. So let's check 1:200, and then go back here and drag and drop. 200, it make it smaller, so we need to go back to 1:50. And then now drag and drop it here, and as you can see, this is perfect, but we need to crop this. We don't need all the other information. So what we need to do is go to level 1. It's already 1:50, and here we need to check all of this, and then we need to drag this one up to the point that we need, and then we just need to pull it all together like that. And then if you don't want this one, just hide it. And then if you go back here, you can see that we have our first floor right here. I want to add a border line, so you could go to annotate, detail line, and then you could choose thin line, and then here you could just add maybe 20 by 20, and then here you have your proper gap. You can delete this one now, and you can drag this one into that area right there. Also, I want to change the name here. You can change the name here, but it will change everything, and I don't want that. I just want to change it on the title. So what you need to do is go right here under identity data. You have view name here, but we want a different name. So first floor, select it here, and then click apply. It will change here. Click the view so that we could grab this line right here, title line, and then we could put it here. So we have the scaling, and we have all those drawing numbers and the drawing name. Let's go to level 2. Let's change the scale first and then crop it before we add it, because we already have the information. So here I'm just going to crop it a little bit more, and then uncheck this. You don't need to uncheck it, but it's going to be confusing if you have a border. This one is invisible, so even if you put it like that, it's not actually a border. Once you print it, it's not visible on the printout. So here, let's go to second floor and drag and drop level 2, and then let's go to first floor. I want to click on tab so that we can highlight all of the thin lines or the border line. So Control C and then Control V so that we have the proper, and then we don't need to do all those things again. As you can see, we have it all aligned right now, and we just need to put this one to that area, and at the same time we need to change the name. So select that. Here will be second floor, second apply, and then here you could drop it a little bit and then select the view, second floor, and then R there, then there we go. And then we have third and fourth that we don't actually have third, because that third line is, third level is, it's not actually third and fourth, so we're just having 1 and 2, and then actually this should be the roof level. And then after this, what we can do is we need to go to our elevation. You drag and drop elevation first, and as you can see, we have it like this. I'm sure it's better to make it bigger, so I'm gonna clean it up first. Delete it here, go around here and change it to 1:50 as well. Let's open up the crop and then crop it. And then after that, it's up to you if you want different consistency. Here, it's better to have it like that. You can add it, this one, you can make it hidden. One thing that I want to do is to create or add the background, because for me it's looking good having that, and then turn on, and then you can even push it upwards, and it's up to you to showcase all of those. I'm going to do all the changes first before I add it again, because I already know that's the scale that I want to do, and that's the one that would fit inside our drawing. And then here, don't worry about cropping all of these grid lines and levels, as it will actually adjust. So here, if you notice, if we adjust it closer, it won't be cut off. So after this, I'm gonna put fine, hidden, and then graphic display again, and then just turn on the gradient background, and it will look like that. Go to south elevation, do all the cropping, and then the scaling. I'm gonna crop it up to here, turn the shadow as well. I forgot to turn off the shadow on the north side, so I'm gonna do it here as well, and go graphic display, turn on background and gradient, and then click apply. And then lastly, we need to change 1:50 to all the crops. Click on gradient for the background, and then turn on the shadow. And then after that, go back to elevation and just quickly add them all together. And then the next page will be south. Drag it right there, and then right here. And then now we could print, so click on the print or Control P. You choose your printer. I'm going to select all the views that we need to print. Make sure to put it back to combine, or else it will print separately. So usually when you're setting this up, it goes on this one, so make sure to check this one to be combined, and then uncheck this, check all, and then I usually create those preset. So here I'm gonna put full set, and then so that every time I need a full set, I could just quickly create this one, select this, and then I have my full sets already checked. It's up to you. It's usually projects has multiple or more than sometimes 100 drawings, so it's a good thing to have those sets already taken care of. so that you just need to just click on here and then everything will be selected. So here I'm gonna press OK, and then wait for it to print. And then once it's printed, we're gonna see how it looks. So I have it saved in my desktop, and let's look at it. As you can see, we have our cover sheet, drawing list, and covered photo. We have our first floor, and we have a border like that, and even our second floor. You can even hide this if you don't want the floor to be showing, so it's really up to you. And also we have our elevations. You can add a border line if you want to, and then put it all across on the left side, so that you have a lot of space for your general notes or keynotes on the side. So thank you for watching, and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.